Hello everyone, I'm Saurabh Sisodia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Many of you all had asked me to make a video on option adjustments. So today in this video, I'll cover option adjustments. I'll discuss how to adjust options, what is the thought process behind it. I'll discuss how to change your view from one position to another. So watch this video till the end. I'm sure you learn something new about options trading. Okay, so let's begin. I'm sharing my screen. Before we start with option adjustments, first thing which you all need to know as option trader is put call parity. I won't go into the derivation of put call parity, but the basic equation is stock price plus put price is equal to call price plus some constant. Okay, and this has to hold true always. Stock price plus put price equal to call price plus some constant. But why is this important? See, we can use this equation to create synthetic position or dynamically convert from one view to another. What do I mean by synthetic position and dynamically converting from one view to another? I'll explain with the example, but just remember the equation. Stock price plus put price equal to call price. Okay. So stock price. So in case of futures, it will be futures price. So futures price plus the put price, which means the ATM put. Okay. Just let's do this. You can see this is the payoff. Okay. So this is basically future is S plus P. So stock price plus put price is equal to call price. So let's see if we do a call, what do we get? Buy call. See, this is the payoff. And what is the payoff of this? You can see that both have similar payoffs. So this is stock price plus put price. And this is only call price. So which means a stock futures price. So when I say stock, I mean futures here because we are dealing with futures and options. So futures plus the ATM put is equivalent to ATM call. Okay. Is it clear? So this is very important to understand. You can see that the payoff is exactly similar. Okay. So futures price plus ATM put price equal to ATM call price, call option. Okay. So this is from this equation. So suppose, so you can see that here we are basically a long call, but we have not traded a call. So this is what a synthetic position is. Okay, so this is, we have synthetically created a long call. This is basically a buy call, right? Because you can see that this is what a payoff of buy call is. So if I ask you, I want a payoff of a long future, what will you do? See, a long future is equal to, I'll take this put price on this side. So basically call minus put. Okay. So if I want to do a long call, see, so remember like this, S plus P is equal to C. Okay, stock price plus put is equal to call. So if I want to do a long call, which means a long call is equal to C minus P. Okay, so suppose if I do a long futures, this will be the payoff. Okay, if I want to synthetically create this without trading the futures, I can do this by S plus P is equal to C. So only long futures will be C minus P. So basically a long call, I'll buy this and stream strike put sell. This will be equivalent to a long future. Let's see. See this payoff and see this payoff. Both are similar, right? So this is what a synthetic position is. So we create a payoff of future without trading the futures. So this is what you need to understand to trade option adjustments. This is the crux of it. Okay, many people trade options without even understanding put call parity. So for you, it's very important to understand what put call parity is and how you can use it to create synthetic positions. You can see that we are trading futures only. There's basically a future payoff, but we are not trading the future. Okay, so this is the future payoff, but we synthetically created a future by the put call parity equation. Okay, I hope this is clear. So this is very important. Again, watch the video, go through it slowly. You'll understand. It's simple enough. Just remember S plus P is equal to C. Okay. So now, what are the ways if you want to go long on instrument? So see, I'll be discussing all adjustments from a long perspective. You can do similar thing on a short side also. So it's self-explanatory. I'll discuss from a long perspective. So what are the ways to go long on instrument? You buy a future, you buy a call, or you sell a put. Okay. So you buy a future. So first way to go long is buying a future. So suppose if you buy the future, this is your payoff. Another, as I said, is buy a call. So you can even buy a call. So this can be one payoff, or you can sell a put. Sell a put. So buy a future, buy a call, sell a put. See, everyone has different risk to reward and the different payoff. So if you discuss about futures, right? The probability is 50-50. Price goes up, you make money, it goes down, you lose money. And the profit and loss is unlimited on both sides. Okay, so risk is also unlimited, profit potential also unlimited. If you buy a naked call option, you can see that the loss is limited, but the probability of profit is lower because you can see that whatever premium you are paying, that is so that above that amount your break even starts. So in this case, suppose 14906 plus this premium. So 15068 is your break even leg. Okay, so after that you make money on expiry. So you can see that your probability is lesser, but your loss is capped. But in sell or put, you can see that probability of profit is higher. You can see that your break even on the downside is 14776. So basically 14906 minus this number, this premium. Okay, but you see that the loss is unlimited on the downside. So everyone has different payoff structure. So in a future, it's unlimited on both sides, max profit, max loss. Buy a call, loss is limited, profit is unlimited, but the probability is lesser. In sell a put, the profit is capped, but probability is higher, but still the loss is unlimited. So everything has a different risk to reward payoff. But see, what you can do is now, as you have understood put call parity from a buy future. Suppose if I'm bullish, I buy a future and suddenly the market is not going in my favor and I want to cap my risk. Or suppose I buy future intraday and overnight I don't want to carry any risk. So what I can do is, okay, instead of doing naked future, I can buy a ATM option at day end. So what this will do is it will cap my risk. Is it basically from a naked future, I'm converting to buy call. So this is what you can do to manage your risk. Suppose you buy a future, it gives you 100, 200 points intraday. At day end, you buy this put option and convert into a call. So basically this is a long call, right? S plus P is equal to C. So this is basically S only plus P is equal to C. So basically a long structure. So your loss is limited. So you can go from one to another by doing adjustments. Okay. So now let's start. Just delete this. Okay. Okay. So managing a naked call. So as I said, we'll discuss about, so we won't be talking about futures because we'll be doing options only. So what are ways to manage a naked call? Suppose if you bought this call option, right? Your loss is anyways capped. But what are the ways to manage this? Suppose you buy this, okay? And after buying, suppose from 167, it comes to around, suppose 155, 150, it's not going in your favor. What you can do is you can sell the break-even leg. So what I mean by break-even leg is in this strike price, 14,900, add this number. So it will be 14900 plus 167. So basically 15068. So you can sell that strike, but so we'll send a round number. So basically we'll sell 15100. So you can see that this is the payoff of a naked call. You can see that your max loss is 12,000. But if I sell this, see your max loss is reduced to 7,000. Even your max profit is reduced, but it's fine because your break even is slightly improved. Okay, earlier it was 15068. So suppose what you can do is, if you get a buy signal, you can buy a call. Trade doesn't go in your favor, you can sell this break even leg call to do something like this. Okay. So instead of creating both the legs like together, you can do this. Or suppose you bought this and the trade goes in your favor, so you can sell this later. Okay. So this is one way. So first is managing a negative dollar. So first is you sell a higher call and convert into a debit spread. So these are debit spreads. This is a debit spread. Okay. Sell two calls and convert into a ratio spread. Suppose you think that 15100 is a resistance level for Nifty, it won't go above it, and you're bullish up to 15100. So what you can do is you can sell two calls. So now just see, you are bullish here and you have loss on the downside. If I do this, the loss will be negligible on the downside. See, the loss is only 2000 on the downside, but you can see that the max loss is undefined on the upside. Okay, but the max break even is 15272. So this has to be done. So avoid ratio spreads if you are a beginner, because the loss is unlimited on the both sides. And if you're doing, do it intraday only, don't carry overnight. But you can see that this has to be done when you think that a certain level is a resistance level. Suppose you bought this call, right? The trade didn't go in your favor. You sold one call, okay? And Nifty is tanking. So you think that, okay, 15100 level from where Nifty is rejected, I'll sell two calls. So what will happen is, even if the market goes down, even if your view goes wrong, your loss is very limited. Okay. So first was you sell a higher call, convert to debit spread. You sell two calls and convert to ratio spread. Another is you sell two calls and buy one slightly higher call so that you convert to a butterfly. So you do this and you buy this leg. So 15272. So basically 15300 I'll buy. So we're always buying the break even legs. Okay. So I bought this, I sold this twice, and now I'm buying another call to cap my loss. You can see that the loss is unlimited on the upside. So if I do this, the loss will be limited on the upside. Okay. So you can see that how view can be changed dynamically. So first you were only long call. Suppose the trade doesn't go in your favor. So see what happens is, what most people do, you buy a call and suppose it doesn't move today, it can move tomorrow also, right? So you can convert into a debit spread. So basically, even if it moves tomorrow, you will get money, but you will get a limited money, but still it's fine, right? So you buy a call, you can convert into debit spread first way. If the market reverses and you think it's a resistance level, you convert into ratio spread, but avoid ratio spread if you're a beginner. Second is, you in a ratio spread, just buy the break even leg so that it's converted into a butterfly, something like this. So I bought 15300 because the break even was 15272. Okay, so now you can see that your loss is limited on both sides. Okay, and you make if the market stays. So you can say that from a long view, you have come to a sideways view. So that is how dynamically you can adjust your position as per how your view changes. Okay, but don't do this too frequently. Do this only if a certain level is broken and if you are convincingly your view has changed. Okay, don't do it at every price tick, because then you will only keep doing adjustments. Okay, I hope this is clear. Watch this video again, you'll understand it. And what I'll do is I'll try to record some live examples of my live trade so that you get a better understanding of this, and I'll upload it on the YouTube. Okay, same thing. How do you manage a naked put sell? I said, like, we are talking about ways to go long, right? Buy a future, anyways, we are not talking. So buy a call, I anyway showed how to adjust to buy a call. Now I'll discuss how to manage a naked put sell. Okay. Suppose this is a payoff of a naked put sell. Okay. First thing to manage this is you buy the break even leg. So now the loss is unlimited on the downside. So what you will do is you buy the break even leg, which is 14776. So you can buy 14,750. So you can see the loss is capped on the downside. Okay. You can even buy 800. Anything is fine. Suppose let's do 800. See, the loss is capped on the downside. Okay. So you buy the break even, like anything is fine. 750 is fine, 800 fine. So you see, if you see, I bought 800, so max loss is 4834. But if I buy 750, the max loss will increase and the max profit will also increase. See, both have increased. Okay. So this is one way to manage a naked put sell. Suppose intraday you're selling a put. Suppose Nifty is at 14,900 and you think that, okay, you want to sell this put. So even if you sell this put, your break even comes around 14,900 minus 124, below like 14,775. So suppose you buy this put, if your view goes wrong, you buy this put and still you can stay in the position. Instead of keeping a stop loss on this sold leg, you can buy this leg. So you get to wait because you can see that the break even is still 14850. So even if Nifty falls 50 points at expiry, still you won't lose any money. Okay. So this is one way you buy downside OTM hedge. Second is, what if your view goes wrong? Like you did this in Nifty's tanking. You sell OTM call and try to get more credit. So what you'll do is, as I said, suppose you think that 15,100 is a resistance. Okay. So what you'll do is, you will sell calls of a strike which you think is a resistance. So suppose you sell this call. You can see that your view has changed. Like the loss is very limited on the downside. Okay. So basically you're selling more calls to get more credit. So suppose if I sell 2, you will see that there won't be any loss on the downside. Okay. But you see that the upside, again, the loss is unlimited. Same thing, what you can do is you can buy the OTM leg. Something like this. So main crux is you create a position. Okay, so we were in this position. If the view goes wrong, when will the view go wrong? When a certain level is broken, right? So this is a position you are planning to hold till expiry. Suppose a certain level is broken, right? Okay, suppose you think that 14,850 is a good support, that is broken, or your break even leg is challenged. Then what you can do is, then from the level from where Nifty has rejected any higher level, you think that that is a resistance, you can create sell calls and buy higher calls. So what you can do is, suppose you can sell 1,500 call, or suppose you can sell 15,000 also. You think, suppose it's a reason, you can sell a 15,000 call and you can buy a 15,100. So basically a call spread on the upside. So what this will do is, you can see that there's no loss on the downside, but unlimited loss on the upside. So if I buy this, the loss will be also limited on the upside. Okay, something like this. I know it's too much for you to grasp in this video, but trust me, watch this video again. I'm sure you'll understand this. And with practice, if you observe the markets enough, this will become second nature. So when I trade, I don't think what strategy I'm deploying. As the market moves, I dynamically adjust my positions. Okay, but you have to understand that you don't have to exit the position. You can dynamically adjust the position by remembering the put call parity and by doing these adjustments. But one thing to note is, don't focus much on adjustments. Okay, so do adjustments only when they are necessary. Sometimes you can take a loss also and exit if you're not comfortable with adjustments. So have a view and create position accordingly. No levels where you would like to adjust. Suppose, for example, in Nifty, suppose you think that 14,850 is a good level and you have sold 14,900 put, and Nifty suppose intraday breaks 14,850, then do some adjustments. Then sell a call which you think is a resistance. Okay, don't do adjustments just because the trade is slightly going against you, because if it again reverses, you will have to again do adjustments. Okay, and be aware of the impact of the adjustments, right? If you see that whatever adjustments we are doing, see earlier we were bullish, and suppose because of the adjustment on the upside, we won't make any money because we did the adjustment. Okay, so be aware of the adjustments, because certainly in a pullback, suppose you are bullish on a stock, the instrument pullbacks and you change your view, you adjust, and suppose the instrument again regains the trend, you lose because now you change your position completely. Okay, so avoid adjustments. Do it only if it's needed. So have a view and create position accordingly. No levels where you'd like to adjust, and be aware of the impact of the adjustments. So again, iterate whatever we discussed in the video very quickly. First thing is remembering the put call parity. So the short formula is S plus P is equal to C. S could be futures also. Okay, remember this, and you can dynamically convert from one position to another. That is called a synthetic. So I showed you how we can create a payoff of future without even trading the future, right? So if I want to create a payoff future, I can do call minus a put, right? So buy a call and sell a ATM put is equivalent to a long future. Okay, and we can dynamically create these positions. Okay, so instead of trading the future, I can directly buy a call and sell a put, and that is equivalent to trading a future. So I don't have to trade the future, but I can dynamically create a position which is similar to a payoff of future. So do remember this. Okay, so ways to go long: buy a future, buy a call, sell a put. I discuss everything from a long perspective. You can apply same thing from a short perspective. Be aware of the payoff and risk to reward. Future, both are unlimited profit, max loss. Buy a call, profit is limited, profit is unlimited, but the loss is limited, but the break even is higher. The payoff is, the risk to reward is, the payoff is not good. Probability of profit is lesser. Sell a put, the profit is capped, but the loss is unlimited, but the probability is in your favor. Okay, so remember all these things and you can dynamically change from one to another. So I discussed how do you manage a call. Suppose if you're bullish, you have bought a call. If you suppose the trade is not going in your favor, you can sell the additional call, convert into a debit spread. You can sell 2 calls to convert your ratio spread, but do only when you think that it's a certain resistance level. Okay, but this is unlimited on the upside. So what you can do is you can, on a ratio spread, just buy a higher break-even leg to convert into a butterfly. Okay, managing a naked put sell, you buy the downside hedge to cap your loss, and you can sell OTM calls to get more credit and reduce your break-even downside. But as I said, have a view and create a position accordingly. Only adjust when certain levels are broken. See, if you adjust and every few minutes, you'll only be doing adjustments, right? So only adjust when your view changes considerably and be aware of the impact of the adjustment. Okay, so whatever adjustment you do, you should know. Okay, suppose if you're selling additional call, you know that if the market reverses again, you'll face some losses. Okay, so always know whatever your break-even legs are, and be aware of the adjustment and what is the impact of that adjustment. Okay, I hope you found the video insightful. If it's too much, again watch it. I'll do some live trades so that it becomes more clear, but I think I've tried my best to explain in a simple manner. Just try to apply it, and I hope and I'm sure you'll find better results. Thank you for your time. Stay home, stay safe.